Questions?
What do you feel like, how the environment was? What do you think about the environment?
It was so fun. I think we have such great fans on any given day, but today it was so special to be sold out and have them all cheering for us and supporting us, and they were live the whole time. Like the student section was standing and they were cheering. It was really fun to play in.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, it definitely is a night that I will never forget. It was a lot of fun. I honestly did not know if it would affect us at all emotionally with all those fans screaming all the time, but we handled it really well and definitely used it to our advantage.
Yeah, I guess for players when you're in an atmosphere like you played in pretty raucous environments before, but this was at home. I wonder, did you have to like sort of reset your mind before the game, take it in for a second? How did you say this?
I think it's a little bit. I mean, first of all, it's the first home game, and second of all, there is so many people there. But I think we play so well within each other, and we're constantly reminding each other, hey, doesn't matter who's on the other side of the net, who's in the gym watching, we're here for each other, we're here for each other. So we kept reminding each other to just stay within. So, I mean, even though you could hear them, it wasn't really as bad as I guess we were thinking it would be.
Yeah, I mean, they told us all week that it was going to be super packed, so, I mean, we were able to visualize and just know that it was going to be a full house. And yeah, like Lydia said, we just focus on what's going on the court, so.
Kirsten, 2003 is a long time ago, but is this kind of what you envisioned as far as
Hey.
packing a building, playing a top 15 match with another SEC conference?
I always say I was just trying to keep a job. I was so underwater. there was just trying to. I just needed to make an income to sustain my. Well, at that point, just my husband and I. I had no dreams at that point.
I guess what were the keys tonight to handling that left side of Kentucky's offense and really bring a lot of firepower out here?
Well, I don't think we contained them. I mean, it didn't. I mean, the scores were not indicative of the way that the match felt to me. I never felt in control of the match. I felt like maybe in game one we had a little bit more control, but usually we're able to start to contain some players, and I did not feel like we contained their outsides. I thought they really disrupted us from a serving standpoint in game 2 and 3, so that created some rhythm issues. But I think that's what's special about this team is they figured out ways, if we weren't in system, to still be able to get side outs. I thought we served well. Obviously, we hit at a high clip, and we were really low air. So those things are pretty special. And, you know, we sided out at 70% or over in every game. That's incredible numbers against a really, really good team that served aggressively. So lots of good things, but it didn't feel totally right, if that makes sense. And so I think we've got another level that we can go to and need to go to, but I think Kentucky caused a lot of those issues that we had. It was because of them, not necessarily because of us. I think they put some pressure on us, which is really good, and I liked how we responded.
Yeah, did you guys feel like you had to play? I mean, like Chris said, you didn't have errors, you know. So did you have to play kind of near flawlessly to stay in it? I mean,
No, we talked about that in the locker room. It wasn't our best game at all, but like we played, you know, pretty, you know, above average, but not the best we've ever played. Like we weren't playing out of our minds or anything. Their outsides are really good. I definitely don't think we ever got full control over them, but I mean, every time they got a kill, you know, we just look at each other and say, hey, like we're gonna get the next kill. So it went both ways. It was fun though.
How key was the game of the net tonight, the joust balls, the block touches, things like that? Did you feel like you won enough of those areas to, you know, swing the momentum? Like you said, it felt like the scores are more indicative of a match you were in control of, but I feel like the game of the net was maybe how you seized control of it on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think so. I think, like we said, they have such great hitters, and they have a lot of them. So you think you could go with one, and then they fire up another one. So I think just getting those touches on the block. I mean, we ended up getting 6.5 blocks, and I think that's huge with great hitters like that, just slowing it down and giving our defense just a chance. So I do think, yeah, our play at the net, it did really help us.
And one thing that we talk a lot about is great hitters are going to get great kills. So they don't need to feel bad when Leah Edmonds goes and rips the ball. Like, then you move on. Just like Jaali Winters is going to get some just big kills. And so I think, I mean, I know when I used to coach, I used to think, gosh, we got to be perfect. Why did the team score? Well, each team's going to get 15, 18 kills, and it's what you do beyond those points that are going to determine the winner of the match. So So we talk a lot about that. If someone gets a great kill, move on, tell them good job, and go to the next one. I think they did.
I mean, I don't know if that's just the way that the match went, it was just your night, but I mean, from when you see kind of that stuff happen, how do you react to that?
You think you've got good karma. No, I kind of felt the same way, John. But one of the things that we talked about, the challenge thing, that's just luck. But we felt like if points went long, one of the things we said in the scout was if points go long, that's advantageous to us. We felt like in long point transition game points, that was positive. So that happened tonight. So, I was talking in the locker room about the play that it got kind of shanked to the net. Lydia's chasing up to the net, and Megan calls her off and throws the ball down on a second contact. So luck, but volleyball IQ. Megan's got a really high IQ. She communicated to Lydia, and it ends up being a great play on a ball that most of my teams probably would have made an error on.
We've seen the kill like the one Marissa had, just trying to dig one out of there, and goes to the other side of the net, just dropped down.
Wait,
Wait,
which
what?
one?
I think it was in the
First set.
set. Goes to the sideline, digs it across the court for a kill.
I think Taryn might have.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was awesome.
Great hustle.
Hustle points.
Okay, so, game 2, I know that you, they kind of got maybe some action with their serves, but, I guess for both players, what enabled you guys to pull through? And, I mean, it was 23-23, I think at one point, how did you find a way to come up with that win?
I mean, I think at that point it was all mental. We just had to stay locked in and, just focus on the next point and what we needed to do. Fundamentals.
I think we trust each other so much. So if one ball or one pass doesn't go our way, I trust that whoever passed it's going to get the next one. I mean, it's no big deal. It's nothing to worry about. I think we just have that kind of maturity and hope and trust in our teammates.
How did you assess the performance from the service line? I know you were expecting error because you wanted to be really aggressive against this team, keeping it consistent, but do you think you would end up 1-to-1 aces of errors?
Yeah, I thought we served pretty well. We felt like we needed to get Kentucky out of system. I thought they still swung pretty well out of system. But no, I thought we served pretty well tonight.
If we asked the players about that atmosphere, and then I know it's just one match, and there's so many more, but, to have an experience like this, what does it mean to you and the program to not only have a packed house, but
Yeah.
win in the manner they did?
Well, first of all, I think these players and the players before this have earned this, and I think that's awesome. I was really pleased to see how many students came out. I think to have an incredible game day atmosphere, you need students. And, I hope that they will return, and I think they will, but you want it to be obnoxious and crazy, and you want them to have such a fun time. And I think that's been a goal for the program. It's my goal for the program is that our tickets become a commodity and difficult to get, and I think that's a realistic goal. First of all, it's a great product. I think our marketing staff does a great job. We're in a volleyball community, so I hope it doesn't take the 13th ranked team to be on the other side of the net for this place to be full. I think if you love volleyball, it's a great atmosphere, and you can be a Husker fan and come be a Creighton fan. We will take you. Like, come wear your blue, and maybe you'll morph. It's not a us
don't have
versus
to
them.
choose.
Yeah, you can. We want people to come and support these guys. And again, I say this over and over, but you are supporting the most amazing women. I can't say enough about these young women that I get to work with. They're all fantastic people. And again, what do we want out of student athletes? We want great people and not just great athletes, and I think they epitomize what we want in NCAA sports.
For the players, I know we were talking about it already, but did you catch yourselves at all before, after, during any point tonight, kind of just looking around and, kind of soaking it in as an experience?
I think for sure. I almost like it when there's so many people because I don't know who's there, and I
Yeah.
don't have to focus
So
on
true.
how I keep looking
You
at
know what
it. I just know there's a lot of people. So I think in the beginning, having people there for warm-ups, and it was just electric from when we stepped on the court until we left, and that's just so fun.
I would say for me it was serving in the third set when the score was like we were at 24 to something game point. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Any last questions?
Yeah, for sure. That's all yours.
Yeah.
We didn't get the point, but it was still pretty cool.
I was chanting along with them.
Right.
Anything else?